Oh, there you go. Sorry. That was a cue. I completely missed it and mic was off. Another amateur mistake by Mel. I'm just keeping the train coming. I'll make sure to get better as the day progresses. So I have with me is Pengwin, the starter of the event. Clutch game. I know as you walked over, you were panting hard. How was the game for you?
They were really tense. Like, thinking about them both in retrospect, they were probably wins for me, like, as soon as the base trade started, because I feel like I'm, like, just based on the way the game went, I feel like I probably have more experience in those kinds of situations because I force base trades a lot. And Creature just, like, didn't really get probes out. He got one out in the second game, and I was a little worried, but my plan from the entire start was that if I had a chance to kill the Observer, I'd kill the Observer. And as soon as I got the Observer, it was completely over. And I think I probably would have won anyway. I think my army was big enough, and I had +2 upgrades on my roaches, so I think I would have won. But like those kinds of games, they're really stressful. They're taxing for sure.
You mentioned that you lead on a lot of base trade in your practices in a lot of matches. What do you think has that actually created? And do you actually, because you said it's very stressful, do you actually feel like it's advantageous position when you force in base trade?
I think if you have Mutalisks, like any good number of Mutas, like the second game's not a really good reference point for that, but like the first game's a really good example. Like I wasn't ahead because my Roach Link push didn't do anywhere near enough damage, but like I got a decent flock of Mutas, and if you have a decent flock of Mutas and you go into a base trade and the player doesn't have Phoenixes, or like if they're not so far ahead that they can just like mass Archons on one base, I feel like the Zerg should always win, like if they play perfectly. And it's a really stressful position, but since I force the base trades a lot, like just in my style of ZVP, I feel like I'm more comfortable in those positions than the other player is likely to be.
Yeah, I feel like the map vetoes went pretty well because how Terraform was set up when you had the massive number of mutas, and you actually ended up forcing Creature to split up his stalkers in them, and also in Dakota as well. You just flying in and out everywhere, and you just couldn't really react. Then I guess I was gonna ask you another question. It just went slid off the tongue. I was leading up to it, and then I completely forgot. Anyways, how do you like the event so far? I guess let's go to generic questions. I don't think you get any generic than this.
I really like the event. The event's pretty sick. One of the things that I really like, and I feel like a lot of the players are going to agree, is the chairs. Well, you're okay, but like
I can take that.
No, but like the chairs are really nice, which is like something that if you go to a DreamHack, like obviously they have so many people, like they can't really afford to put up like really nice chairs. Like this venue has like really nice chairs. There's the DX races on stage, but even the ones just in the player area are just really comfortable, and that's really nice. And just the way the whole venue is set up is really, really nice. And there's a decent number of people here, despite it being it's Friday, right? Despite it being a Friday, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty hyped to see how many people show up tomorrow and Sunday. I think we should have pretty close to a full house.
Definitely, it pays off to have great sponsors and have all the gaming chairs for all the players that are practicing playing right now here today. We're going to go to a short commercial break, and we'll be back with our second set.